Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles who got millstone. Peace and blessings be to the Akim that pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Alright, Shalom. So I ain't got a title for this lesson right now, but as you see in the title of this article that I got pulled up, I'm gonna be touching on how, this Moabite, they got attacked by these two PitBulls in Houston, right, which is judgment from Yahweh Shemal Shah, right, because along with Esau, these Moabites are proud as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, many videos where, you had Jake just walking throughout the neighborhood and a proud-ass Moabite would go and try to start shit with him, man, right, a Karen Moabite, if that's what you want to call them, calling them, different racist slurs, right? Telling them to go back to Africa, all that type of bullshit, man. Right? And as you see, hey, one of them got their ass mauled down, man. Right? And there's gonna be many more of these type of judgments coming, man. Right? Especially leading into the time of Jacob's trouble and in Jacob's trouble, man. Right? You're gonna have more and more of these heathens getting their ass judged, man. Right? And I seen the video. I ain't gonna play the video of him actually getting mauled. I'll leave that in the link in the description, Lord willing. But dude was getting his ass ate up, man. You had one of them that locked on his jaw, and started yanking his ass, man. Right? When I, deal with pit bulls, I got one myself. And when they fight and they lock, man, they don't let go. All right, they don't let go. They shake. You know what I'm saying? They pulling and yanking and shit, causing more damage, man. And they did that shit on his jaw. All right, dude had to get, facial reconstruction, if that's what you want to call it, facial surgery, all types of stuff, man. And this is judgment from Yahweh Shemal Shah, and it's a spirit because, I was chopping it up, with the brother Shopper, that I'm in touch with, I told him to read, the book of Zephaniah. He scanned through it, went through the second chapter, which is I'm actually be touching on that. And he was like, you should do a lesson on this, And I was like, I'm gonna just wait for the right time to do it. And hey, through the spirit, the Lord, made this happen, man. Right. So now I'm able to bring that, that chapter out, so to speak, for edification. Right. But it says, family of men attacked by two dogs during morning walk. Thanks neighbors for saving his life. Right. And it was some Jakes, man. Right. If them Jakes wasn't there, you know what I'm saying, to get them dogs up off him, that, hey, dude would have been dead, man. Right. Because when the I'm not too sure exactly who it was. I don't know if it was an officer, or whatever. But when they came on the scene and saw that dude in the condition that he was in, they said that shit was gruesome. Right? Like he was like unrecognizable type shit, man. All right. It says the brutal attack was captured on surveillance video, which even showed a neighbor trying to shoot one of the dogs. All right. For the first time, the family of a man who deputies say was attacked by two pit bulls in his own neighbor. It's like in his own neighbor speaking out. The 68-year-old was out for his morning walk on Thursday when the attack happened. He was injured so badly, authorities feared he might not survive his injuries. All right. And as you see, he was a Moabite. All right. But I'm going to go ahead and, play this quick little clip for y'all.
From the family of the man who was attacked by two dogs in his own neighborhood. The 68-year-old man was just out doing his morning walk on Thursday when that attack happened. He was so badly hurt, first responders feared he would not survive. Days later, he is now in stable condition. Marta Carter now live in the newsroom with much more on that man's incredible journey. Marla?
Yeah, and part of that was actually captured on surveillance video. Take a look. This shows you the man just out walking when he was attacked by those dogs in the neighborhood. Fortunately, neighbors were able to help him, but he did suffer, as you mentioned, Art, very serious injuries, was taken to the hospital by air, and he continues to recover. His family was able to talk to him by FaceTime. We do want to warn you that some of the images are graphic.
Hamnui was able to FaceTime with his family after suffering serious wounds to his face, neck, and body after a vicious dog attack.
The family kind of gave him some encouragement.
Ha's brother is just grateful the call could even happen. grateful Ha is even alive.
It is just terrible. He's a very kind, easygoing, gentle man.
Ha was out doing his morning walk in his neighborhood when surveillance video from a neighbor shows 2 dogs approach him. A neighbor heard him call for help and returned with a long object to get the dogs away. This is what that neighbor told us on Thursday, right after the attack.
I ain't never seen no dog attack nobody like that.
Then another neighbor, a retired deputy, came out to help too, shooting one of the dogs. Ha's family credits the neighbors and medics with saving Ha's life.
I'm very thankful to them because, without them, my brother right now is dead for sure.
Ha lost a lot of blood. His brother says his ear will need to be reconstructed and there's damage to his jaw, plus many surgeries ahead.
I ask everybody to please help pray for my brother.
Now, Ha's family has started a GoFundMe to help with medical expenses. Again, he could have a long road to recovery. Meanwhile, as far as the owner of the dogs go, there is an investigation and he could face criminal charges.
All right, so as you see, dude that got his ass jacked up, man. Right, and like I said, that's not even, the full video. That was just the beginning of the attack whenever they was, backing him up. If you saw the video where they was actually on him, you would see, the dog was locked on his face, man. Locked on his jaw, yanking his shit, man. And you had the other dog on his back and shit biting him. Right, which is, it could have been a lot more worse than that, man. Right, because I seen pit bull attacks where, they shaking people up, man. All right, but nonetheless, this is still judgment from Yahweh Shemal Shah. And like I said, I'm going to leave that full video in the link, man. Full video in the description in the comment section so y'all can see, man. All right, the Lord is on these Moabites' ass, man. Right, and this judgment, this is light judgment, man. Right, it's going to be far more worse in these coming times, man. All right, so the next scripture on the grab, or the first scripture on the grab, is Zephaniah, the 2nd chapter. Zephaniah 2, in verse 8, it says, I have heard the reproach of Moab and the revilings of the children of Ammon. Right, Moab, the so-called Chinese, and Ammon, or the so-called Japanese. Right, and it could be either one of them. Right, it says, whereby they have reproached my people and magnify themselves against their border. Right, they think they're better than us. Right, I remember going back to I think it was the early 80s, somewhere around that time. You had Eve, man. She was probably like a 13, 14-year-old girl. Right, she went in one of the corner stores that Moab owned out there in LA. Right, and the Moabite thought she was stealing juice and shit and shot her in the head, man. All right, and you motherfuckers gonna get paid back for that, man. Especially when the Lord come back. Right, but all the way up to that point, you gonna be getting judged, man. Right, getting ate up by dogs, getting put to death, right, by other jakes. There's gonna be a lot of jake that's on y'all ass, man. Right, these times to come. All right, many more, man. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah. All right, Sodom and Gomorrah, those were 2 cities amongst the other 5 cities that were conjoined with them, man. And they were all destroyed by fire and brimstone. And that's what's going to happen, right, to certain regions over there in, the land of Moab and Ammon, man. Some of those places are going to be destroyed with nuclear missiles as well, man. Right, but there's going to be a build up to that, man. Right, amongst that, you're going to have Moabites and Ammonites getting their ass judged, right, in little portions like this, man. Getting ate up by pit bulls, getting ran over by buses and shit. I don't know, man. Right, the Lord, he has an infinite amount of ways to judge you, man. Right, to put your ass to death. That show 1,000 Ways to Die. Right, with the Lord, he has an infinite amount of ways to put you to death, man. All right. It says, even the breeding of nettles and salt pits and a perpetual desolation, the residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them. And this is going to be in the kingdom, right? And here's the point. This is, this shall they have for their pride, right? Because Moab is prideful, just like Edom is, man. All right, if you go look up on Twitter, them racist ass Moabites, you can just see the pride in them, man. Right, and that Moabite, he looked proud as hell as well, man. He not fooling nobody, man. Right, so the Lord executed judgment on his ass, man. And I don't feel bad for him. All right, it says, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts. Right, they think that they better than us, man. All right, calling Jake out their name and shit, man. All right, but they got it coming, man. All right, point blank period. Ain't no way around it. All right, and it's a small judgment compared to what the Lord got in store for them, man. All right, so Ezekiel, Ezekiel 25. Slack it. This will be the last scripture. All right, Ezekiel 25:11, it says, and I will execute judgments upon Moab, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Right, and this was judgment from Yahweh Shema Shah. Right, and there's going to be more intense things happening to you, Moabites, in these times to come, man. Right, whenever there's a state of lawlessness, you might be trying to protect your store, and Jake going there and sock off on your ass and put your ass to death, man. All right, Jake, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake into PitBulls and stuff. Rottweilers, Jake take their Rottweilers and let them loose on your ass, man. Ain't no telling. All right, but with that being said, before I close out, I want to give all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh Shema Shah, Shema Kakadash. And with that, I say Shalom and the Baba.